Part 3. The golden light of the evening sun stretched lazily across the quiet park behind their school. The sound of cicadas hummed faintly in the distance as Kang Mai-rei lay down on the grass, her sketchbook balanced on the ground, her pencil moving in slow, thoughtful strokes. She had been drawing for over an hour now, completely absorbed in capturing the sunset, the soft orange sky melting into the horizon. Hyung-soon? Still drawing? She turned just in time to see Park Hyung-soon walking toward her, one hand holding a small plastic bag. His shirt was untucked, his hair slightly ruffled by the wind. Casual and effortlessly handsome, the way he always was. Mai-rei. I said I'd finish before it gets dark. Hyung-soon. You said that an hour ago. He plopped down beside her with a sigh, opening the bag. The aroma of fried tteokbokki and fish cakes filled the air. Mai-rei. You brought food again? Hyung-soon. If I don't, you'll forget to eat again. She gave him a half-hearted glare. Still sketching. Mai-rei. I'll eat when I'm done. Without warning, he picked up a piece of fish cake and shoved it toward her mouth. Mai-rei, muffled. Park Hyung-soon, her eyes widened as she chewed, glaring at him with puffed cheeks. Mai-rei. Don't just stuff food into people's mouths. Hyung-soon, grinning. You said you'd eat when you're done, so I helped you multitask. She tried to stay mad, but when he laughed, that soft, warm laugh that always reached his eyes, she found herself smiling too. Mai-rei. You're impossible, Hyung-soon. And you're cute when you're mad. Before she could retort, he leaned over and quickly met her forehead. Mai-rei froze mid-chew, eyes blinking rapidly. Mai-rei. Well, hey. Don't do that, Hyung-soon, teasing. Why not? We're dating. Mai-rei. Still, her cheeks burned a deep shade of red. He just laughed. She continues sketching. Then he lay down beside her. Hyung-soon, finish your drawing before your mom yells at me again for bringing you home late. Mai-rei. She only yells because you always keep me out here too long. Hyung-soon. That's because you always look happiest when you're drawing. That made her pause. For a moment, neither of them spoke. The air was warm, and the only sound was the soft rustling of the leaves. Hyung-soon. Hey, draw me too. Mai-rei. I already have. 100 times. Hyung-soon. Then make it 101. Mai-rei. Then I won't finish this drawing. Hyung-soon smirking. Don't you want to draw a handsome guy? Or are you scared of my handsome face? She rolled her eyes and continued sketching. He lays there quietly, his expression unusually serious as he watched her. Hyung-soon. What do you want to do later? After we graduate? Mai-rei. I want to study art. Maybe open a little studio. What about you? Hyung-soon. I don't know yet. But whatever it is, I'll still be with you. Her pencil slowed. Mai-rei. You say that so easily. Hyung-soon. Because I mean it. He leaned closer, voice softer now. Hyung-soon. You'll be an artist, and I'll come home after work to see you painting by the window. I'll bring you snacks and annoy you till you smile. Mai-rei giggled, shaking her head. Mai-rei. You sound like an old married man. Hyung-soon. Then marry me, so it won't sound weird. She laughed and looked at him, his playful grin, the faint sunlight glinting in his eyes. Mai-rei. You're so full of yourself. Hyung-soon. You'll see. One day, you'll still be drawing, and I'll still be beside you, just like this as your husband. She laughs. Who said I want to be your wife? He turns. If you don't marry me, you won't marry anyone else, because I will chase any boy that comes close to you. They laugh as the last rays of sunlight framed them both in gold as she smiled quietly, pretending to keep drawing. That summer felt endless then, the kind of warmth that made you believe nothing would ever change. Present. The meeting had ended, but Kang Mai-rei hadn't moved from her seat. Her eyes were still fixed on the ground after Park Hyung-soon had left few moments ago, confidently introducing himself as the new managing director of the new project. The sound of papers shuffling and chairs scraping faded around her, replaced by the dull ringing in her ears, the kind that comes with a memory you never wanted to relive. A hand suddenly tapped her shoulder, pulling her back to reality. Hi. Mai-rei? Are you okay? I've been calling your name for like a full minute. Myray blinked, forcing a small smile. Myray? Huh? Oh yeah, I'm fine. Just a little tired. Maybe catching something. Dai frowned, clearly not convinced, but didn't press further. Dai, let's go home early, okay? Myray. Yeah. By the time she left the office, the sky had already turned a deep violet. The city lights blinked lazily across the streets as she waved Dai off with a tired smile. Myray, get home safe. Dai, you too. Don't stay out too late. Later, Myray sat down on a cold bench, her hands clutching her bag tightly on her lap. The weight of everything hit her at once. The shock, the confusion, the ache that had been buried for 7 years. Her lips trembled as she muttered under her breath, Myray, why now? Why is he here now? She laughed quietly, a bitter, fragile sound. Myray, you said you'd be beside me forever. Leah? Her eyes stung, but she quickly wiped them, whispering to herself, Myray. Don't cry, Myray. Not here. You're in public. Don't be pathetic. She tried to steady her breathing, staring blankly at the floor, until a quiet voice broke through her thoughts. Ji-won, your bus is here. Her head snapped up, startled. There he was, Ji-won, standing casually in front of her, his eyes soft but laced with concern. Myray, Ji-won, what are you doing here? He tilted his head, pretending to think as she wore her glasses. Ji-won. Maybe the same thing as you. Waiting for a bus that probably isn't coming. She tried to laugh, but it came out weak. Ji-won, what's wrong? As he crashed in front of her. Quickly, she wiped the corner of her eyes again. Myray, something just got in my eye. That's all. He didn't say anything, just watched her for a moment. Quietly, gently, before standing up and nodding toward the road. Ji-won, come on, I'll take you home. Myray, it's fine. I can go by myself. Ji-won, you could, but something tells me you'd rather not. There was no teasing in his voice, only quiet understanding. Something about that tone, soft, steady, patient, made it hard for her to refuse. So she followed him to his car. The drive was silent at first. The radio played faintly, an old ballad humming in the background. Myray stared out the window, watching the blur of city lights glide past. Her reflection looked distant, like someone else entirely. Ji-won glanced at her every now and then. The way she bit her lip. Ji-won, you're awfully quiet tonight. Myray, just a little headache because of work. Just tired. Ji-won, must have been a long day. Myray softly. Yeah, longer than I thought. She smiled faintly, but it didn't reach her eyes. Ji-won didn't push further. He just nodded, one hand on the wheel. When they reached her apartment, Myray, thanks for the ride. Ji-won, smiling. Anytime. And hey, she looked up at him. Ji-won, if something's in your eye again tomorrow, maybe let me take a look next time. She blinked, caught off guard, then laughed quietly. Myray smiling. You are an eye doctor now. Ji-won, only for you. Myray smiling softly. You're impossible. Ji-won smirking. I mean it. For you, I can be anything. Her heart softened at his grin. Stop it. He continues teasing her. Then she smiles at the way he always managed to make heavy things feel lighter. As she waved goodbye and headed inside, Ji-won watched her go, his expression calm but thoughtful, like a man who understood more than he said. Inside her apartment, Myray leaned against the door and let out a long breath. Her chest still ached from the past, from seeing him again, from pretending to be fine. She crashed to the floor. The morning sun filtered through thin white curtains. The air was cool, carrying the faint scent of the new term's blossoms. Her mom opening the door. Myray, get up, you're going to be late. Myray dragging herself out of the bed. I'm up, Mom. She stands up, tying her hair into a messy ponytail, eyes bright with determination. Today, she said to her reflection in the mirror, I'm going to beat Park Hyung-soon's score. Just wait and see. Later, she packed her bag quickly, pencils, rulers, her favorite pink eraser, and storms out of her room. Her mum. Here, eat something. She grabbed the sandwich. Her mum. Take one for Hyung-soon. She runs back, pick up one. When she storms outside, she could already see him waiting there, waving, his uniform slightly untidy as always, hair ruffled by the wind. "You're early," he said with that teasing grin of his. "Trying to impress me?" She rolled her eyes, brushing past him. "In your dreams here. Mum said you should have this." He takes it and shoved it inside her mouth. "You need this more than me for today's exam," Hyung-soon said, teasing. "Myrae, you won't be smiling when I get a higher score this time." He laughed, walking beside her. "You say that every exam, Myrae. This time I mean it," she said, puffing her cheeks. "I studied all night. I even solved that monster question from last year's paper." "Ah, my rival," he teased, touching her cheeks gently. "Then I'll have to try harder." They walked to school as Park Hyung-soon continued teasing her. Hours later in the karaoke, Myrae is cheering Haeyeon, her best friend, as she sings while she thinks about the exam she just wrote. Minutes later, a hand touches her head. She looks to see Hyung-soon, her boyfriend. "Still thinking about question 5? Myrae. "No, I'm not." Hyung-soon smirking. "Really? You have been like this since after the exam." Myrae. "I'm fine. What are you doing here?" "Haeyeon is going to end you if she sees you here." He sits beside her. "I can't see my girlfriend again." Myrae. "It's girls' time. You're always with me all the time. Beside, I thought you were with the boys." Hyung-soon hugging Myrae. "I miss you." Myrae moves away. "Stop it." Hyung-soon laughs. Suddenly the atmosphere changed to something different. Hyung-soon. "Hey, what will you do if something you love disappeared?" Myrae. "What?" Hyung-soon. "I mean, your favorite drawing or Haeyeon disappeared." Myrae. "What are you saying? Why would Haeyeon disappear?" He looked at her for a moment, as if memorizing her face. "Nothing. Just don't overthink your answers, okay? You always get them right anyway." She frowned. "That's random. Why are you saying that like Haeyeon will disappear?" He pushed her close, just joking. She laughed too, and for a moment, everything was perfect. Just then Haeyeon appeared in front of them, shouting, "Park Hyung-soon. What are you doing here?" Hyung-soon smiling. "Haeyeon, I didn't see you there." As he slowly stands, "Haeyeon. Out now," as she pushed Hyung-soon out. Myrae smiles, looking at them. Everything was perfect, but that was the last time she saw him. Present. Myrae stirred awake on the floor. Her chest tightened as she sat up, realizing she dreamt of that day again. "Did I sleep here?" she whispered, standing up. The feeling of his laugh, his voice, that tiny moment before he disappeared. It all came rushing back, as if time itself was mocking her. She stands, checked the time and changed into sweatpants, and decided to grab something from the convenience store before getting ready for work. The morning air was crisp, and the streets were quiet, only a few early risers passing by. She bought milk, bread, and a pack of coffee sticks. But as she turned the corner toward her apartment building, she froze. Park Ji-won's car was already parked outside. "What, he's here? It's only 7:30, she mumbled, staring at the sleek car. She didn't start work until 9. Did something happen? Her pace slowed as she approached, looking around. But the car was empty. Where did he? Oh, he's not here. But just as she reached her door, she saw him. Ji-won stood there, one hand raised as if he'd been debating whether to ring the bell or not. His hair was slightly damp from the morning mist, and he looked both nervous and calm at once. "Ji-won?" she called, half surprised, half embarrassed. He froze, turning toward her with that gentle smile that always seemed to soften the air around him. "Oh, good morning. You're up early. I could say the same," she replied, still a little startled. "What are you doing here? It's not even time yet." "Ah, right. I just wanted to give you something." "Give me something?" she asked. He held up a small pharmacy bag. "Medicine. You said yesterday you had a headache and weren't feeling well. I thought it might help." For a moment, Myrae just stared at him, her chest tightening in a strange mix of warmth and guilt. He really remembered that. "I told him I was fine. Was it that obvious?" You really didn't have to, she said quickly. I'm okay now. It was just fatigue. But Ji-won shook his head with a small smile. You looked pale yesterday. Just take it, senior. It's nothing. The doctor said you have to eat first before taking it. She sighed, defeated by that calm persistence of his, and accepted the bag. You're too nice, you know that? He chuckled. I'll take that as a compliment. Come inside, she said suddenly, turning toward her door. Ji-won blinked, startled. Ah, no, it's fine. I'll wait downstairs. My-rae glanced back at him, grinning. What? Afraid my apartment's haunted or something? He laughed under his breath. I'm not sure if that makes it better or worse. Then you have to see for yourself, she teased, pushing open the door. Reluctantly, Ji-won followed her in. The apartment was small, but warm, the kind of place that smelled faintly of coffee and lavender. Books stacked neatly on the shelves. Soft lighting, a few framed sketches on the wall. It was tidy but cozy, almost like her personality had soaked into the space. He took it in quietly as she poured him a glass of juice. Sorry, no beer, she said playfully. You'll have to settle for orange juice. You don't have to worry, I'm okay, he replied. My-rae. No, you have to take it. He smiles and take the cup. Thanks. My-rae stand there staring at him. For a moment, silence hung between them. He stares at her. Did you put anything inside? She quickly got back to her sense. No. She turned away, muttering, I'll go change. Make yourself at home, okay? He nodded. Take your time. As she disappeared into the bedroom, Ji-won leaned back slightly, glancing around the living room. The place was simple, no pretense. Just warmth. A few worn cushions. A candle that smelled faintly of vanilla. A half-finished sketch on the desk. He smiled faintly. So this is what her world looks like. His eyes wandered and landed on a framed photo on the shelf. A little girl with bright eyes with her parents smiling at the camera. You were cute back then too, he murmured softly, his lips curving into a fond smile. He tilted his head slightly, remembering the way she had laughed yesterday, even while pretending not to feel tired. She always hides it so well, he thought. Always says she's fine even when she's not. He reached for the picture frame gently, tracing a finger along the edge before setting it back in place. Then, almost to himself, he whispered, Guess I just want to make sure you're okay, even when you say you are. Later, as they reached the company parking lot, My-rae walked towards the door. But when she turned, she realized Ji-won was right behind her, as if it were the most natural thing in the world. She blinked. Really, Ji-won? I'm fine, you don't have to follow me. Ji-won chuckled softly. Senior, I work here too. My-rae's mouth formed a small, oh. Right, I forgot. She smiled awkwardly. You usually drop me off in front before parking, so... He smiled warm, easy. The kind of smile that made her heart tick strangely. Guess it's new for me to walk in with you. Yeah, she murmured, suddenly turning away. As they made their way through the entrance, the walks closer to her, her thought went wild. People are staring at us, right? What if they think we're dating? The thought made her pulse skip, and she subconsciously stepped a little faster. Ji-won, noticing her nervous fidget, leaned closer, his voice low near her ear. Why are you walking so fast? Are you embarrassed to be seen with me? She froze at the teasing tone, heat rushing up her neck. What? No. Relax, senior, he said, smiling faintly as he straightened up again. I'll move slowly behind. My-rae. No, it's not like that. You can walk beside me. Ji-won. Are you sure? My-rae. Yeah. He moves close to her, laughing under his breath. Ji-won was standing close enough that she could smell his cologne, something faintly woody and warm. My-rae thinking, my stupid thought. Of course people won't care. You're older than him. My-rae calmed down. As the two of them reach the elevator, she sees him, Park Young-soon, standing there. A familiar calm, steady, confident. Her body stiffened, the air around her thinned. Her fingers tightened around the strap of her bag. The past she'd buried deep beneath work, laughter, and denial. Suddenly it was standing a few feet in front of her. Ji-won turned slightly, noticing her expression. Senior? Is something wrong? Her breath hitched, her eyes locked on the him. She saw him broad shoulders, sharp posture, that same composed look. Hyung-soon's gaze briefly brushed over her nothing. No flicker of recognition. No emotion. Just cool indifference, as if she were a stranger he'd never known. Her lips parted soundlessly. Her throat felt tight. Ji-won's voice cut gently through her panic. "Let's wait for the next one," he said quietly. She forced a small laugh, though her voice trembled. "I'm fine. I'll take the other elevator. You go ahead first." He tries to reach for her hand. "Wait," but she's already walking off. His expression was laced with concern, maybe thinking, "What is wrong?" "Myrae," as she walks away. "What was that just now?" she thought, her heart racing. "Did he really look at me like he doesn't know me?" She exhaled shakily, pressing a hand over her chest. After all these years, he's standing right there, and it's like none of it ever happened. Her reflection in the polished elevator door stared back, eyes wide, lips trembling between disbelief and heartbreak. And for the first time in a long while, Kang Myrae didn't know whether to laugh, cry, or pretend it didn't hurt. If you enjoyed this chapter, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to know when I upload the next chapter.